Today I'm going on an adventure in Wichita Mountains National Wildlife Refuge. I'm exploring the Narrows Trail. I did this hike a few weeks ago, but I wanted to come back and explore it a little more. The steps look like they could use a little bit of improvement. There you have it. I just spent a few minutes trying to shore up some of these areas. You can see how high the water levels come up through here. Well, fortunately I brought my sandals with me today. That wasn't too bad. I brought my saw and pruners with me today, but I'm debating whether I'm going to do any trail maintenance. A little over a mile down the trail, and you're transported into this hidden oasis. Gone past the point where it shows the trail on all trails, but I was told the visitor center it continues on, but there may be some bushwhacking. It's about time to do another stream crossing here. I think I've already lost count of stream crossings now. There were 3 people rock climbing back there. Now they're rappelling back down. It's kind of curious what route they took up that wall. Somebody left an SOS distress signal here in the sand. Looks like the water must have risen at least 10 feet here with recent rains. I've reached the confluence of these two creeks. I think I'll just walk along them now as far as I can. Well, that quickly became like quicksand. Had to get back onto dry ground. The cloud's been coming in, and now it's just started raining a little bit. But I don't think down in the middle of a canyon is where you want to be during the middle of a rainstorm. That was the deepest crossing yet. I made it really quick, but it's up over my knees. I think I found a nice little spot to take a break for a moment. That might have been my last stream crossing on this little adventure. The canyon walls are starting to level out and the terrain's getting flatter here. I'm also approaching the border of the wildlife refuge where south of us there's a military installation, so I cannot cross on there, but I'm looking to turn this into one big loop rather than just an out and back. I was nearing the wildlife refuge border, so decided I'd just follow the stream for the time being. Just walking along the bank there in the grass, and sure enough, I caught a tick just walking up my leg. Got him off just in time. Tried just going barefoot there for a minute. These sandals are working out pretty good, but get a lot of small rocks caught in the soles constantly. It's not too comfortable. Just came up onto the bank here. I saw an elk that ran off into the woods. I just walked maybe 20 feet through the grass here to get up out of the stream, and thinking about doing a trail, and sure enough, I looked down and check, and a small little tick started crawling up my leg again. I'm sure they're voracious in this area this time of year. I was recently doing a hike on a nearby trail, and that's when I looked out and noticed these fire towers out here. And I went on Google Maps and started investigating. Nothing was documented, but I then realized also it's all military base, so I think it's a lookout tower they use for exercises. I'm trying my best to stay low and traverse around this peak up above, which is Eagle Mountain. The route I've been taking, it's been pretty manageable so far. Not a lot of bushwhacking. Seems that I've stumbled upon a trail here with all the little rocks and cairns stacked. This seems like a once established trail that's now become kind of overgrown and unmanaged. The path looks pretty worn, and I've seen some cairns, but a lot of these shrub oak here and juniper are getting rather overgrown. That's Eagle Mountain up above. I think there's a route up to it from the other side where I was on the trail going through the Narrows. I'm not quite sure if this is a type of fern growing here. Some rather unique and diverse plant life in this region. made it onto this road that falls along the park boundary. I was gonna get onto it earlier off of the stream, but then I would have missed out on getting my legs all scratched up by the thorny vine when I was bushwhacking here. There's Eagle Mountain again, and there's this little small hill adjacent, which I thought about finding a route up to the top of that. I really just want to be nosy and go down here and get a closer look at these lookout towers. Well, I was told you get close enough to the boundary, there'll be a fence and signs warning you that it's military property. Well, there's the marker. It says boundary line, please do not disturb. U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. I believe they put this road in here. And there's a bridge, I believe, where it crosses the creek I was hiking down. Another view of Eagle Mountain. I think I'm gonna go over and check out this area that's called 40-foot hole. I also need to figure out how I'm gonna get back across this creek here. There's no bridge. This is doable. Just gotta put my sandals back on. A little bit of a climb up here on the kite trail, but with that I've gone almost 7 miles and 1,000 feet of gain on the day so far. This and the Narrows Trail, both these canyons are absolutely beautiful. Home sweet home. I think on the way out, I might also do the drive up to Mount Scott.